All right, guys, so we are at another driveway renovation here. Let me turn you around and I'll show you what we got going on. Okay, so we're gonna start right up here. We're gonna basically, this driveway isn't too bad, but when it rains it gets super muddy and loose. And so what has happened over time here is all the fine stuff has worked its way up, and all the stone and the gravel has been pushed down. So we're basically just going to agitate all that back up, and we're going to have some work up by the garage to do, but I'm trying not to show you too much of the house. So we're just going to put a little bit better crown on this. It's got an okay crown, but it's not great. It's kind of flat. So we're going to put the crown on it for sure. And we're going to get it ready for Easter, because tomorrow's Easter. And so we will be back at this property. I have to add 2 parking spaces up here behind the RV. So we'll be doing that at a later date. The ground is too wet, but the gravel driveways are actually quite dry. So let's get to work. Let's get it done. Okay guys, so here we go. What you're seeing here first off is I'm going down only about an inch, and what I'm running into is a lot of this big stone. You can see it lined up there as the power rake pushes it out to the end of the power rake as it's going, and I ran into a lot of that stone, that bigger stone that's underneath the gravel out near the end of the driveway. So that was a continuous problem throughout this driveway. Now I want you to stay tuned to the end of the video, because there's going to be some before and after pictures at the end that you're not going to want to miss. So I'm just going over this driveway, just digging it up, and with this one it was so compacted that I could only go down about an inch at a time. So I went over this driveway 3, 4, maybe 5 times, each time going down an inch. Again, you can see a lot of that rock sitting here on top of the driveway that the power rake just brought up near the end of the driveway. If you look at my truck there, that side is where all that rock came from. So it's a little low there, but these people didn't want to add more gravel if they didn't absolutely need to. So I just agitated it up and got it all worked up really nice for them. And you're going to see in the before and after pictures, this driveway turned out great. When I estimated this driveway, I came while it was raining, and it was super muddy. It was just like silt on top and just gross. And so we haven't had rain since I did this driveway, but we're getting rain this weekend as I'm speaking to you. So I'm really curious on if I'm going to hear from them about how their driveway did. So we'll see. I'm going to check in with several people that I've done driveways for, just to see how their driveway has held up, how it shed the water off, just to check in, see if they're happy with the work. I'm going to shut up now. I'm just going to let you watch as I work here, watch the power rake and the Ventrac work. It is just one of the most satisfying things to me to watch the Ventrac just go to town and work on things. So you see here, every pass that I'm doing, I always have the power rake turned towards the center. What that does is that pushes the loose aggregate towards the center of the driveway, which builds up that crown in the middle. Now I have tried, the power rake does have a couple of bolts that you can loosen, and you can shift the power rake to one side or the other to do a crown, to dig into the side to the edge, kind of make a little ditch. I've tried that. I didn't really care for it. So what I do is I again, I take the whole driveway. I go over the whole driveway. Just keep going over it and going down an inch at a time. It just seems to work the best in my area anyway for these really compacted driveways. And every time I'm angling that drum to the center, and when I'm done, they have a nice crown on the driveway. So I think it's working well, but I'm going to check in with these people and make sure that it's doing well. Now here, as you're watching this, you're seeing the Ventrac kind of struggle here to go straight. I'm down a little too far, but I'm also hitting a lot of those big rocks. And the power rake does not like really big rocks. And so that's why it's kind of shifting and jerking a little bit. But I have to keep going down to break up that gravel and bring that gravel back up to the top. And now I'm just speeding along, just putting the finishing touches on the driveway. You can see that crown as you're looking at your screen now. It's a beautiful thing.